What's up, Gemini? This is going to be your October reading 2022, and or whenever you come across this reading, let's jump right into it. All my links are below. Reach out for a one-on-one, DM me, holler at your boy. Six of Cups in the upright position. This is an energy about balance, fairness, playing nice, being kind. This is Scorpio energy. This is about nostalgia. This is about the past. This is about finding the innocence and the love and the purity in your life again, Gemini. Kind of rekindling with, things that bring you sincere warmth and comfort. Rekindling with the kind of spirit of the momentum of progress and advancement and wholesomeness and evolution in your life is what I'm getting. It's what I'm feeling for you, Gemini. As far as, not feeling as though there's no hope. And interestingly enough, when you start to kind of rekindle more so with that kind of spirit of your life, and it's not just nuts and bolts, and it's not just work, but there's a throwback to nostalgia. It could be that you are watching old shows that you're used to watching, Gemini. It could be that you are really kind of getting in your comfort zone, and it's as a result of, yes, you having carved out the life that you want up to this point. It could have been sacrificing culturally, social norms and standards, friends, family, but at the end of the day, you can at least say that you are living the life that you want to live. And you've learned to become best friends with yourself, and you've learned to really fall in love with yourself again. The primary relationship that you have is with yourself. And then the secondary relationship that you have is with life. And those can be actually flipped, as well. It's very applicable. What I mean by that is that you're actually enjoying the nature of the process. You're moving to and fro. It's not just, all conceptually based. It's, okay, well, this is availing itself to me here. I'm going to utilize myself in this direction. This is availing itself to me here, this opportunity or this momentum, so I'm going to apply myself in this direction. And with that, you could see, oh wow, I could create and make the life that I want for myself. And there's just something that makes life so kind of sweet and beautiful and tender, and something worth celebrating, something joyous about that fact. And the great news about it all is that if you don't feel as though that you're there necessarily quite yet, understand that everybody is, this kind of living, ongoing process, right? It's a process of realizing what is working, what is not working. It's this organic, it's life. It's this kind of moving, breathing, living thing of what's working for you, what's not working for you. But I'm seeing that with more age and experience, Gemini, you are finding a fondness for this, okay? Yes, you've had your love loss. Yes, you've had your heartbreak. Yes, you've had your tears. But at the end of the day, you still have you, and you still have that most important relationship with you on this journey from, Alpha to Z, which from A to Z, which is, you're on this path, you're on this road with life. And the beauty of that, first and foremost with yourself, is at any moment in time, you get to move at your own pace. And if nobody likes that, if nobody likes where that train is going, if no one likes how fast that train is going, they can get off. They can get off the train. They could get off the ride. And what you're going to find is, if you're experienced in this, then this is where you find the joy of being alone, the joy of living alone, the joy of having had that experience under your belt, knowing how you are, who you are, and growing really deeply into that, which is actually a modern phenomenon. Really, it would be that maybe for surviving, you probably would have to rely on numbers, but now since we're in this mode of thriving, we're not so much relying on the herd or the herd mentality. Many people are nowadays, but It's because their karma in this life cycle has it so that they have to be one amongst many, whereas it could be that you are one amongst yourself. But there's so much beauty and grace and love to be had in that particular position, Gemini. Yes, there could be some fears, there could be some unknown, but fear never worried us on this channel, because we figured out a long time ago on this channel, and it's a part of one of the kind of cornerstones and foundations of what this channel is about, is that love offsets fear. Love defeats and wins and rules over fear, meaning literally this channel, me as its kind of presider, its president, I in myself, I enact the use of mantras. One of my anchor core root words is the word love. So literally anytime I feel fear, I will say the word love, almost as if I'm giving love to that, or almost as if I am using love as an antidote or a block. And I never really looked at it that way, but it's almost as if, yeah, you are giving love to that fear, but nonetheless and regardless, since it's all happening within yourself, you're literally giving love to yourself. You know, you could be exhibiting fear. Say it's something of like sleep, where you're asleep and you wake up and you just have these fearful energies. Well, in the human realm, in the realm of persona and personhood and identity and conceptual self, we need to have a narrative. We need to have an explanation as to why I feel this, why I feel that. But in the objective sense, in the objective world, if you believe in such a thing, then you won't need a narrative. You won't need a narrative for why you're feeling hungry, why you're feeling, like you need to use the bathroom, or why you're feeling like you need to do this, that, and the third. You will simply just kind of act as act can, as act should. And for me, in my mind, that's actually a very kind of fruitful, interesting concept, because it removes yourself from this kind of needing a reason or an explanation for every little thing. And you begin to see that sometimes I'm just a biological being, and I have this excess of adrenaline or norepinephrine or fear or whatever these molecules names are, and it needs to kind of outlet some way, shape, or form. It needs to kind of express itself in some way, shape, or form. Okay guys, sorry about that. As I was saying, I was doing a delivery, so my hair looks gray and I got my scooter in the background, but I was saying that it needs to express itself in some way. And so we're speaking to fear and how it's just something bodily that needs to come out in some way, shape, or form from our psyche, from our subconscious, from our unconscious. And so you don't always need a narrative, a rhyme, and a reason for why we feel the way we feel. It could just be a full moon or what have you. And so this is what I'm reading this energy to be, the moon card in the reverse action. But and likewise for emotions and sadness and longing or recognition or connections or whatever the myriad of reasons that we could feel as human beings. But the point being is that you have the power of the narrative over the narrative, or whether you're giving something your attention or not. You could do whatever fun magic mind games you want with your mentality. Hopefully, though, as long as you're aligned with yourself and your true path and your calling and what's real for you and what's aligned with the good, obviously, of others, including yourself. So, the last thing that I just want to kind of quickly touch on before I wrap this video up, the Devil card in the upright, this is obligation versus the Lovers is a choice. So you want to look in your life as to what are you obligated to do, and if you are obligated, can you look at that obligation as fun? Meaning, can you see it from the creative lens, from the creative mind's eye, God's eye, Godhead, so to speak, the divine creative part of you. In which case, that's how you empower yourself, is you don't look at work as work, you look at it as play and fun to the best of your creative ability. I'm going to leave it there. That's the 10-minute mark. I'm going to try to keep these videos to 10 minutes. As always, love you, Gemini. Reach out for one-on-one, or just for anything you have on your mind. Peace.